Hello there guys, welcome back to Younes Talks Football, welcome back to a brand new video. I hope all of you are doing well today. More news, and today is about a player that I've not really mentioned yet. And even though I've seen the rumours, I've seen the links, I've seen the news and all of that, I've not really mentioned because I don't want another Koundé situation. However, now it's looking like things are happening and now's the right time to talk about it because this is looking like... you know what? I'm not going to jinx it. No, I'm not going to say what I was about to say. We'll just see what happens. But you know what I was going to say. The ones that truly know me, you know what I was going to say anyway. Let's just say it's looking good, decent. We'll keep it at that. But Matthijs de Ligt of Juventus from Ajax initially was a big, household name for a 19-year-old when he was at Ajax, and everyone's looking and going, wow, this guy looks special. Goes to Juventus, doesn't quite work out in the way that it seems like many people wanted him to work out. Some even calling him the Dutch Harry Maguire. Is that fair? Even Juventus fans themselves go, no. Just the way that Juventus have been set up just hasn't really helped him. But he's not been catastrophic. It's not been a case of actual Harry Maguire, where he's just a meme and he's just doing mistakes for fun. It's a case of the players around him are not really helping, and it's a case of De Ligt himself not really making mistakes, but unfortunately at times him and the entire defence is getting exposed at times. So does he come to Chelsea and actually do really well? I think Tuchel would be able to work with him very, very nicely, and I think we could end up seeing the best of De Ligt. But what's the latest? Ben Jacobs fills us in with what is going down because right now, as I've already said previously, it looks like Sterling is coming through the door. It's looking good for Nathan Ake. And on top of that, it looks like it's looking very good for De Ligt as well. So let's start off with Ben Jacobs and what he's got to say, because those three names look very likely to join in the club. And this could spell the end for the pursuit of Koundé, maybe? Anyway, let's get into it. Starting off with Chelsea making progress on Matthijs de Ligt. Juve prefer straight cash deal. They remain interested in Jorginho, but he's not currently part of any bid being prepared. Chelsea pushing on de Ligt after Juve softened a bit on price. Club still apart on all-in price, so add-ons are key. Told Chelsea are hoping to pay 60 to 65 million pounds. Juventus trying for closer to 70, and other interest, and there is some, may mean they hold out for 75. But there's still progress from when talks first started, and the fear on price was 80 plus. De Ligt very open to the move. It's pretty obvious and it's clear, and Juventus have been very honest with this and very transparent, so fair play. But they've been very clear that De Ligt wants to leave, right? And it's not a case of De Ligt just wants to leave Juventus. He's happy to stay, but with Chelsea coming in and some of the other rumoured clubs are interested, he wants to go. For him, it's a level above, and it means going to the highest level. And Chelsea are coming in. Chelsea are well advanced, and we've managed to knock the price down. With De Ligt, a lot of people were scared that he would cost 100 million. And there was even talk about a release clause of 110 million and all of that, and that just turned everyone off. If we're able to get him for 60 to 65, which it seems like Juventus are very open to, especially if there's no one that's going to be trying to challenge and no one coming into negotiation with Juventus to try and compete with Chelsea, which right now isn't the case, it's just Chelsea, happy days, then 60 to 65, we could get him done. However, even though a Jorginho, for example, isn't part of this deal, he could still be a deal to go to Juventus. Even though it's separate, based on the way that transfer structures are and, the way that deals are done, I'm sure there's reasons behind why they want to do it separately. Even though they do both anyway, whether it's together or separately, but they seem like they want to do it separately, there must be a reason. On a business standpoint, there has to be a reason. But Jorginho goes the other way, then it makes weight for 60 or 65 million, and then Jorginho going the other way, and you end up with that valuation of close to 100 million, if not more, because Jorginho is actually worth a bit of an arm and a leg. So happy days. If we do this, I'd be very happy with it. De Ligt to Chelsea, Sterling coming through the door, Nathan Ake looking like it's eventually going to happen as well, so we'll see what happens, but that would mean 2 defenders and 1 winger. Cool. If we were to end up with that, we have to talk about De Ligt is possibly going to be the one to replace Rudiger. because De Ligt can play on the left side of a centre-back role and also the right side of a centre-back role. But he's used more, despite it being right-footed, as a left-sided centre-back. Now, there's been whispers that Thomas Tuchel would like a left-footed left centre-back, which is understandable, even though Rudiger was right-footed, but that was Rudiger. And that's just the way that he played, and it was amazing. But De Ligt could come in and be used in the same way. But does it mean that we give up on Koundé? Because right now, Koundé's gone silent, and there's a reason to that. Last time I spoke about Koundé, I did tell you guys that it was a Marina target at the end of the day. It seemed like it was a club target, not a Tuchel target. And since we've changed the entire ownership and Marina's gone and Broja is gone and now Czech's gone, it seems like Todd is just fully listening to Tuchel and what he wants in order to fit into his team. And it seems like since that point, Koundé has just... everything to do with Koundé has just disappeared. So I'm not surprised. Bearing in mind we now know it was a club target, I'm not surprised. And I don't think we're going to be getting Koundé. So we'll see what happens. But De Ligt coming in, I'd be happy with this. Let me know how you feel in relation to De Ligt. Would you be happy and would you take him? There's also news from France, Santi Aouna, who says for Foot Mercato, Chelsea are confident to secure the services of Matthijs de Ligt. Official offer of 70 million euros to come. Negotiations deemed positive between his agent and Chelsea. And as I've said, Juventus are already open to selling. So happy days. In that case, I expect de Ligt to rock up to the bridge at some point. We'll see. Because, let's be honest, I've said similar things about other players and that's not happened. So I'm going to just keep myself on the back burner for this one. Let's just see what happens. Now, talking about some of the outgoings, this is where it gets a little bit interesting. Fabrizio gives us the latest on Ziyech, who I fully expect to leave Chelsea very soon, despite him hitting the bar in the latest crossbar challenge over at Chelsea. You see some of the clips on Chelsea's Twitter page and their social media pages. You'll see Ziyech hit the bar after being asked to do it. Very, very nice shot. Very accurate. But here's the latest on Ziyech by Fabrizio Romano, saying AC Milan and Chelsea will be in direct contact again for Hakim Ziyech's deal. Negotiations started 2 weeks ago and still ongoing to agree on the final formula. Tuchel open to let Ziyech go, but the player would be happy to join Milan this summer. Work in progress. Fabrizio getting the grammar a little bit mixed up there. Played. That's a new one, Fabrizio. That's a new one. Fill me in with the latest English lingo because I've missed the boat on that one. But Ziyech to AC Milan looking like it's fully happening. And to be honest, I'd wish him the best. And I think it's a good move for him. I think it's a good move for Chelsea. I think it's a good move for AC Milan. I think in terms of playing at AC Milan, it would fit him more. It would fit what his position is more, and I feel like he'd have more freedom, a bit more luxury to play that way that he wants to play, with a slightly slower paced game for him to be able to take advantage of. So you know what, I think it fits for everyone. I wish him the best when he does eventually go to AC Milan, and I think he's going to smash it. I think he's going to do very well at AC, and I know a few people are going to go, oh, you see, we let go of Ziyech, what are we doing? Different circumstances, different gravy. It's in the same way that people... Even though I put my hands up on this one. Would I rather Tammy than Lukaku? Absolutely. Absolutely, I'd rather Tammy Abraham any day of the week now. But it's the same with Tammy. When he was here, and he didn't look like he was exactly banging in the way we wanted to, but he goes over to Italy, and it's lush. And everyone's like, oh, well, look what we let go of. No, it's because he's in Italy. In the same way, trust me, Lukaku's going to bang when he's at Inter Milan. Wait and see. He's going to smash in goals. It's Serie A. It's just the way it is, you know? So it is what it is. Hakim Ziyech, he goes over there. I think he's going to succeed and do very well. Good luck to him. We talk about... There's a couple of players here I want to mention because I'm seeing a bit of panic. I've seen it in terms of the comment section of past videos, and I'm going to address it today because I feel like today is the right time. So without further ado, let's jump into it. There's two players to discuss. Conor Gallagher and this geezer. Newcastle United confident of being able to beat West Ham for Armando Broja, but waiting for Chelsea to make a decision on the striker. Broja returns to training at Chelsea this week, with Tuchel then deciding whether he'll go to the US for the tour. Now, we go to the US on tour in 2 weeks. I think it's in 2 weeks' time. We play, if I'm not mistaken, in and around the 15th or the 17th and I think the 21st. Those three fixtures in terms of the two American fixtures and Arsenal over in Charlotte. I think it's in Charlotte. But prior to that, there's training. Let me reassure everyone, because I know a few people are going, oh no, my God, we're going to let go of Broja. This is mental. We're going to let go of Gallagher. This is crazy. Let me talk about Broja first. Thomas Tuchel has stated that he wants to see Broja in pre-season first, before anything is done. He's going to allow Broja to come to pre-season, and he wants to see him firsthand. And if he goes on tour to the US, which I expect him to, I don't expect him to go out on loan immediately, because there's no point. You might as well take him on tour, and then when you come back from tour, cool, there's still time before the start of the season. Send him off on loan if you want to. But I think it's a good opportunity to see him in action. And I think he's going to get the opportunity. Tuchel's already said he's going to get the opportunity, so there's no need to panic. Broja is coming to Chelsea pre-season training. He will get an opportunity. He will be watched. He will be monitored. He will be analysed. Tuchel will be keeping his eye. And I expect Broja to impress. If I'm honest, I think Broja will do enough in order to stay at the club. Let's see what happens though, because I'm not entirely against a move to Newcastle. Now, hear me out. That only is on one condition. My own opinion, I want Chelsea to sign someone who's a forward in that case, because it would be crazy to go into a new season with Kai Havertz as the only guy that can play as a 9. And even then, he's not a 9. He's a false 9. You know, we won't have a recognised striker at Chelsea Football Club. Like, that would be mental. And you think about, actually, some people go, Timo Werner. Well, I'm not... do we have to? Do we have to? Nice guy and all, but do we have to honestly rely on Timo Werner as our main centre forward for the whole season? No. Come on. No. So, in that case, if we're bringing someone in, okay, cool. And even then, I think it's not enough. I like to have depth in a striker position, but that's me. Bearing in mind how Thomas Tuchel's going to be playing at Chelsea Football Club, playing with this team now, I think that front three is going to be quite dynamic. I think that front three are going to be players that can interchange amongst each other. I think we're moving away from the traditional number 9. And that goes for quite a lot of the other guys, except for Man City, who have now signed Erling Haaland. And they're probably going to base things around him. But when you look at Liverpool, similar story. When you look at, even though they've signed Darwin Núñez now. But anyway, there seems to be quite a common trend now in order to play with a false 9 or play with someone that can just, go up top but play alongside and not as the focal point. So, yeah. But Broja, I'd keep at the club. I really would. My own opinion, I would. But Thomas Tuchel is going to try him out in pre-season. And on top of that, Conor Gallagher, I see a few of you worried, he said the same thing. Let me actually go back. He actually said Conor Gallagher will be in the squad next season. One step further than what he said for Broja. He said he's going to be in the squad for next season. And to be fair, Gallagher's ready. What more can you do than a loan move to a club like Crystal Palace? If you try and take it to the next level is to loan him out to a direct competitor. We're not going to do that. So let him come back to Chelsea. Conor Gallagher's ready as far as I'm concerned. And I'm not worried. I don't think Gallagher will be sold. I don't think he'll be loaned. I think Gallagher will be showing up for pre-season as well. He's currently on holiday. Bear that in mind. You can check out his Insta in order to find out exactly where and how he's doing. But he's currently on holiday. He comes back to pre-season, I think, with a lot of the main lads who are going to be coming back next week. And then he shows up and he starts playing under Thomas Tuchel. And from that point onwards, I don't think he's letting him go. That's my own opinion, though. We'll see what Thomas Tuchel does. But bearing in mind on how I think Thomas Tuchel's going to analyse the situation and what he's previously said, I don't see these guys going. At least Broja, I think for him, slightly different from Gallagher. Gallagher stays, I think, without question. But Broja, I think, will be monitored during pre-season and then a decision will be made. But I think he stays. That's my own opinion. We'll see what happens. Now, I'm going to leave you with this, because this is something that you're going to have to watch. You're going to have to check out. Check out the latest. This is big news, people. Big news. Mickey Mouse could soon leave Disney as 95-year-old copyright expiry nears. Now, you're probably asking, what on earth are you talking about, Younes? Well, because he's leaving Disney after 95 years, well, Chelsea are monitoring the situation. That's basically it. Chelsea are monitoring the situation. Mickey Mouse is thought to be very interested, currently discussing personal terms, but Barcelona might come in for a hijack, so we'll wait and see if that actually happens. I'll see all of you tomorrow. Let me know what you think down below. Obviously, that's not true. That's a joke. If you haven't somehow worked out as a joke, honestly, slap yourself. But I'll see all of you tomorrow. Give me your thoughts down below in regards to everything I've discussed today. I'd love to hear your opinions on everything. Tomorrow will be a double upload. Keep your eyes peeled for that. Reddit Monday, and I'll give you the transfer latest in another video. So I'll see all of you then. Thank you so much for watching. Hit the subscribe button if you are new. Hit the notification bell to be notified once I've uploaded. Smash the like button if you've enjoyed this, and I will see you tomorrow for a brand new one. Have a good one, people. See you then. Take care, and peace.